Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. So we are back now in the UK after what can only be described as a phenomenal and brilliant experience out in Thailand. One of the things that I really love about it was it just started with an idea for me. I allowed that idea to kind of germinate, to grow some wings, and put it out there to a group and created a fantastic trip, a brilliant experience for 12 people. So it's something I'm really proud of, to see it start with an idea and come into fruition, and then obviously finish with the HYROX race in Bangkok was absolutely fab. So it's something I'm proud of. That I've done kind of for myself, but equally, if not more than proud of the team who all came out there and did such a fantastic job. We're like a Ace Performance, just a small little gym on an industrial estate in Warrington, and we're coming away from an international event in Thailand, in Bangkok, with 5 podium finishes and 5 flags, which is pretty remarkable, really. Obviously, I was fortunate enough on the day to come away with second place overall and first place age group, which is brilliant, which is what we're going to go through and debrief in just a sec. But we had a mixed doubles who came in third place, and it's their first time they've ever been on the podium, the first flags they've ever won, which is a testament to them. And we also had a men's pro doubles as well. 2 of the younger lads in our group, they teamed up, took to the dance floor, and they came away in third place also. So 5 flags coming home for the gym. So a brilliant experience and a very, very proud moment for me and the community. Everyone is so kind of supportive and encouraging. We've all got each other's back. So there was a lot of love for everyone coming off that trip. So what I'm going to do now is just run through the race, really. Run through my race, give you a little bit of an insight into kind of how I was feeling, the station times, how I approach the race, and then we can just analyse it basically. So before I started, I had a couple of days before I started, I had a look at the men's open time for the fastest guy that ran it, and also what he ran the first run in, because the first run in this event was longer than the consequent runs. Run number 1 was longer than run 2 to 8. So the fastest time in the men's open, he ran that first run in 4 minutes 40. So therefore, and he finished in 57 something in total. So I knew if I wanted to do, a good time and hit targets, then I'd have to do that run in around the same time he did. Now my first run was 4:37, so it was a little bit quicker than what that guy in the open race did. But more specifically and more to the point, for myself, I wanted to keep my heart rate under control. I didn't want to charge out of the blocks. And I just wanted to feel in complete control and just to see where that positioned me within the field. Now, as always, everyone starts like a house on fire. So I was probably mid-pack in the tunnel. Should have really been a little bit further towards the front, but it's fine. And as we started, bang, everyone went out pretty hot. I slowly just overtook people, got to within the front runner, and felt really comfortable. So I thought, I don't want to push too hard. I don't want to get on the ski erg first. So I'm just going to sit on his heels and just cruise in for the rest of the run, which brought me into third place coming into the ski erg. Now, when I hit the ski, I've always got a little bit of a strategy in mind. Again, nothing is won there. So I always like to just keep calm. I actually look to settle my heart rate and actually decrease my heart rate when I'm on the ski erg. So for me, that is holding a pace of 150 per 500 meters. And I can hold that no problem at all without jacking the heart rate, feeling comfortable and leaving the ski erg in a very comfortable state. I could probably pull a few seconds back on that. I could probably get down to 148, which would save me 4 seconds over 1,000 meters. But then if I'm coming off a little bit gassed, then is it worth it? And at the moment it's not, so I'm happy at 150. But as I was approaching the end of my ski erg, I could sense and see a few of the faster boys around me finishing. They're all coming off me a little bit quicker, so I probably came out the ski in 6th or 7th position. Again, not panicking, not worried, just cruised into the next run, and once again overtook a few of the guys on that run and actually came into the sled push in 2nd place. Now my second run was sub 3 minutes. It was 2 minutes and 56. Obviously the running for, like I've said, the laps 2 to 8 are a lot slower, a lot shorter. So coming in at 2:56, I think was pretty good. You know, I'm second, hitting the sled push. Now when I hit the sled, my strategy is usually to brake once for the first 3 lengths. So push it halfway, take a break, complete your length. Do that 3 times. But then on the 4th and final length, I'll brake 1/3 of the way, 2/3 of the way, and then finish it. But when I hit it, I just felt pretty good. So I completed 1 full length unbroken. Now, I am getting a lot better in terms of discipline and running my own race. But because 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, me being in 2nd, all hit the sled at about the same time, those 2 boys weren't stopping. So I just continued to hit that 1st length unbroken. It's something I'd definitely consider doing in the future, just depending on how, 1, I'm feeling, but 2, how the sled is feeling. For me, they felt okay. Didn't feel too bad, not too heavy, just about normal. I kind of find that they always feel just about the same. So yeah, went into the 4th length, broke 1/3 of the way, broke 2/3 of the way, and then I went out onto that next run. So my sled push time was 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Overall, that was 7th fastest on the day, which was pretty good. I was pretty happy with. Left feeling pretty fresh as we moved into run number 3. And again, I wasn't going to panic. I wasn't going to try and step up the pace for a pointless reason. I just settled into my run, settled my heart rate, and finished that run number 3 in 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So only 6 seconds slower than run number 1. So I've come into the sled pull here in 3rd position. Now there's a lot of talk on the sled pull. What is the best strategy? How do you approach it? Now for me, I've found that dropping the rope after each little pull works best. Now if you look at some of the top guys, they hold on to that rope, keep the tension as they transfer their hands down the rope after each pull. But for me, I've found that dropping it, picking it up and going again works really well. What you've got to remember on the sled pull is that first pull, you've got to take the tension out of the rope. Otherwise, you hardly move the sled and you almost stumble back. So position yourself, calm yourself, take the tension out, and then get going with pulling that sled. And again, they're really strict on the rules now on the sled pull. So you've got to be really careful that you aren't stepping on the front line, and you're also not stepping on the back line. So again, with experience, what I've found is if I step back 5 to 6 steps, drop the rope, take 1 or 2 steps forward, then that is my little strategy. I'll pull it back 5 to 6 steps, step forward once or maybe twice, pick it up, and I'll go again. And that's just what works well for me. Makes me not too tired, makes me able to run down the lane and start that next length. So that's my strategy through the sled pull. As you can see, I'm in third place, but I'm clawing back on second place here. And I actually leave the sled pull after the fourth length just before him, which puts me into second place going into that fourth run. So my sled pull time was 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Now, this sled did feel pretty heavy, but I'm getting lots of practice with it in my training. So again, it's important just not to panic. It is what it is. It's the same for everyone. And you just go through those motions, trust your fitness, trust your technique, and get it done. So yeah, I did it in 3 minutes 24 seconds, which was actually third fastest on the day. Before the burpees, I ran that in 3 minutes and 4 seconds, which was around 2 seconds slower than the previous run. So we came into the burpees feeling pretty good, feeling pretty in control in second place. Now you can see the guy in third. His name is Gabe Heck, by the way. He's a bit of a local legend over there in Asia. I believe he lives over there. He's an American guy, actually lives in Asia. So he competes in all those events. So he's got a big fan base. Like, as we were quite close to each other all the way around the course, I was really picking up on how much love he had, which was great, absolutely fab. But yeah, felt pretty good on the burpees. My time was 2 minutes 47. I'm always around that 2 minutes 50 mark. It is something that I need to improve on. I want to get down more towards that 2 minutes 30. So burpees are an exercise for me what I do need to improve on, but I just find it really important that you try and keep the heart rate down. You definitely don't want to come off the burpees feeling absolutely ruined. So you can see towards the end of the burpees, my cadence actually slows down. But to finish in 2:47 is actually pretty good. It was fifth fastest on the day. My run after that was 3:07, so they are starting to get a little bit slower, 3 seconds slower than run number 4. But I came into the row feeling pretty good, still well in control. Heart rate wasn't coming up too high. Like, for me, I can handle around 184 beats per minute heart rate. If I'm going anything above that, then I do have to really start pulling it back, really. So I was in control coming into this row. I was happy with how I got in, really nice and quickly, got them straps tight on my feet, and just got underway with things. You can see, like, I'm constantly checking the monitors to my left and right, as are the other boys. They're checking mine as well. But yeah, my approach on the row is exactly the same to what it is on the ski erg. I look to hold 150 per 500 meters on the rower until obviously that 1,000 meters is done. And then I was off the row and went into a pretty fast run after the rower. So my run number 6 was 3:01, so it was 6 seconds quicker than run number 5. So yeah, I always find that coming off the row, I have settled the heart rate to below 180 by holding the pace which I hold. So therefore I am fresh-ish coming off the row. But yeah, I had a really good run of 3:01 after that. And then obviously we've got the farmer's carry next. And again, I'm always around that 130 mark with the farmer's carry. If I want to see improvements, then this time does have to come down to maybe the 120s, just to shave another 10 seconds off. But I've seen a lot of improvements personally on the farmer's carry over the last year or so. I did used to have to break. I don't have to anymore. I do get through these unbroken. The last, obviously 100 meters going into the last 50 does challenge me. I can feel my body kind of crumpling over. But yeah, managed to get through those unbroken. But what I always find is once I finish the farmers and go into run number 7, my heart rate is actually at its highest, and this is often my slowest run, and same was the case in Bangkok. I hit that run number 7 in 3 minutes and 13 seconds, which was 12 seconds slower than the run coming into the Farmers. So that's actually that's quite a big difference. So Farmers Carry is a place where I need to improve, and also the run after it I need to improve as well. I can shave quite a lot of time off there, so something to look at going forwards, definitely. So yeah, after the Farmers Carry, I am out into that next run. Like I said, 3 minutes 13 before coming into the lunges. But you can see on the run here, I actually look pretty good. I'm in control, not forcing anything, settling the heart rate as we move into the lunges. Now this was really good for me, my lunges. You can see from the video here, I'm stepping straight through with the initial reps. Now the lunges was broken down into 4 lengths of 25 meters. It works out at about 1 meter per rep. So to get 1 length complete is around the 25 reps. Probably a couple more, but I always aim for that 25 just to check it off in my head. I do start to take it down into that little step, which does save that energy. So march through the first ones, but from then on, I was taking that little step just to, like I said, save a little bit of energy and stay as fresh as possible, really. But my sandbag lunges was done in 2 minutes and 55 seconds, and that's a big win for me. I'm usually around the 3:10 to 3:20 mark. So it was a nice bit of time, which I saved compared to my usual performance on the lunges, and it also put me in second place on the night overall for the lunges. And incidentally, I was in second place now in the race. First place was quite far ahead of me. I wasn't seeing him anymore. Third place was quite far behind me. So I was just comfortably in that second place. Now, if I had first place in my sights, I may have been able to kick on a little bit more. Maybe not. But I didn't. So my last run was done in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Now, you may think that that's nowhere near what my others were, but not forgetting that your last run also includes the rock zone, and it actually clicks off running when you enter the wall ball area. So that's why your last run is always going to be that little bit longer on your analysis and on your breakdown. So came into the wall balls and felt pretty good. I did think, right, I've got the 100 in me here today. The guy in first place, Dexter, he was on around 25 reps when I picked my ball up. I did think, right, if I go 100 and he has a break or two, then I could claw him back here. But as you can see from the video, he's looking very, very strong. He actually ended up going unbroken. I got my first 70 done, which was really good. Last time out when I was in Katowice, I broke it down into 70, finished with 30. And the wall balls have come on a lot over the past year. So again, at this stage of my wall balls bit, I was thinking I'm still going 100 here. You can see how third place is just coming in next to me now. So I've got a nice big lead over him. So I was kind of still hoping first place would drop the ball and I could claw some time back. But I kind of knew at this point that I was either going to come in first if he dropped it, or second if he didn't. Turns out Dexter went all the way. He went unbroken. And when I hit that 70, I actually did take a little breather. But I didn't realise how much it had hurt me. So as I looked up after it hit the first 70 reps, I looked at my screen. Obviously the number said 70, but the no rep count was actually quite high. In the end, after all of my wall balls, I actually had 13 no reps, 6 for which was for squat depth, which is not cool at all, and 7 were for not hitting the target, which again is not cool at all. But that just shows kind of how fatigued I was, and in what state I was in. So broke at 70, managed to get up to 96, and then after 96 again had to have a little break, couple more no reps accumulated. Can't believe I stopped at 96, but I did, and then picked it up, finished with the last 4 repetitions before almost just crawling over that finish line with a time of 58:07. So I was absolutely delighted with my performance, with how I felt, with how I handled everything up until the last 30 reps on the wall balls. So yes, very, very happy, but the 30 reps on the wall balls, if I could have just held it together that little bit longer, I'd have comfortably gone under the 58 and finished with 57 something. But here I am, claiming the flag. Very, very happy with 58:07 and to finish in first place for my age group, and second in the overall standings. So it was a great experience. Just to reiterate, I felt great the whole way around. Felt comfortable. Felt not comfortable. That's the wrong word. I was pushing it, but I felt in control. My heart rate wasn't jacking up too high. I felt like I said, in control of everything up until those last few reps on the wall balls. But overall, delighted with the performance, and it just gives me confidence moving forward into the next training blocks, into the next few weeks, because in 6 weeks' time, it is another event in Cardiff, right here in the UK. First time I'll have competed in Cardiff, and it is held at the Principality Stadium, which is the national stadium for Wales. So that's going to be great. So that's the next focus now. All steam ahead towards HYROX Cardiff in 6 weeks' time. So thank you once again for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.